Hey everybody, Mark Davis and my buddy John David Wells from 660 AM The Answer. It is Veteran of the Month time. Clifton McFatridge of Cleburne is our guy. JD, we got a little something for him.
We do. This incredible plaque that will adorn your wall for the next 2,000, 3,000 years.
Absolutely.
Clifton's a U.S. Army veteran, currently in the U.S. Army Reserves. He's been in Iraq and Afghanistan, and while not fulfilling obligations to his country, serving the community as a police officer in Cleburne, Texas. A little something else goes along with this, a little place we know something about, a little something from Crossroads Diner. So the plaque, food, all symbols of love and appreciation. Thank you for your service. We appreciate it a lot. Thanks for watching on the 660 AM The Answer, Veteran of the Month. Hey everybody, Mark Davis, John David Wells. It is 660 AM The Answer's Veteran of the Month. It is a pleasure for us to meet and present to you Mr. Clifton McFatridge, veteran of the United States Army, currently in the reserves, Iraq, Afghanistan, Cleburne. One of these things is not like the other, but his service continues because he is currently not just a Cleburne cop, but on the Cleburne SWAT team. And JD and I are very proud to have you here. Thanks, sir. Appreciate it very, very much. When did you join up? When did you join the Armed Forces of the United States?
January 2nd of 2002.
Mm-hmm. Wow, 9/11 still very fresh.
Yes, it was.
Is there any cause and effect there?
No, got done with college and was underage to become a police officer, and it seemed like it was a logical choice. So I went on and moved into the military, and it was a great experience.
Where'd you go?
A great experience.
Where'd you go to boot camp in the Army?
Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
Fort Lost in the Woods. Good.
Fort Lost in the Woods.
Did you? And you went to MP school there?
I did.
Do you have any other MOSs? Military occupational specialty.
I do not. Well, I'm a 2 Sierra, which is it is a secondary identifier, as well as a 8 Romeo.
Well, as long as you're not a 2 Sierra club.
little environmental humor here during Veteran of the Month. And I'm just enjoying the lingo, quite frankly.
Speaking about the environment, talk to us a little bit about which did you go first? Did you go to Iraq first or Afghanistan first?
Well, I did a little stint at the Pentagon. We went and guarded the Pentagon. As they were working on the busted up section from the airplane.
Wow.
So we went and guarded that until they came up with a security plan for the Pentagon. Shortly after that, Iraq came down the tube because we had invaded Iraq, and then we went back home, geared up, and shortly after that we were in Iraq. Spent about 14 months there. Came back from that deployment, spent almost a year back, and then we ended up Afghanistan, did 15 months there, and then came back from Afghanistan and decided I was going to get out of the regular duty. Went to the reserves. Shortly after, I was about 2 years after being in the reserves, I ended up back in Afghanistan as reserve mobilization, and I'm still currently in the reserves now, just awaiting the next one, I guess.
What are the main differences, other than geographic, between your service in Iraq, service in Afghanistan, different theaters of the same war, but how do they differ?
Afghanistan, well, Iraq was built up more. Saddam Hussein, he did like the western roadways and cities and city centers and stuff like that. So there was more infrastructure in Iraq. They had more police force and stuff that was already kind of in place. It just you had to reset it, take it back to our standards of what is right. Then we moved into if you go to Afghanistan, far less infrastructure.
Way less.
Dealing with people living in small villages. A lot of people didn't have electricity or ways of communication, so there was early on it was you come across people that still believed the Russians were there. You still had people that still believed that. Nothing was going on. I mean, they just didn't have any clue. So it was very interesting running those small little sects of people.
You came out of the Army. You decided to become a police officer in Cleburne. You are now old enough to be able to do that. Talk to us about joining the Cleburne Police Department. How did you become a member of SWAT?
My experience. Being physically fit and just kind of.
What's that like?
Well,
share with us.
Sometimes it's quite exciting. Other times, it's.
No, I mean being physically fit.
Just go with it.
I'm sorry. Okay, so again,
that's
Cleburne.
what I'm talking about.
Well, there you have it. So, what do you do on the SWAT team?
Well, I'm just a basic operator. we'll respond to warrant services, anything that the Normal Patrol or the Johnson County may need help with. We'll respond to that and help them out. Can't get too much into detail, but things that require just a little bit extra.
You could tell me, but you'd have to pepper spray me. Is that it?
Well, I only give up
Please
all
keep the
tricks.
tape rolling. Just play it.
Just asking.
You were nominated by someone who knows a lot about you and a lot about law enforcement, a lot about the military. That would be your bride, Erin.
Correct.
Tell us about her.
Met Erin in the military. We had been together since I don't even know what year we met, but
She'll
been
tell
married,
us.
married since
They always
2010.
know.
Been together a long time. She fully supports me, and she's a great asset to my life, to help me out and keep me kind of on where I need to be. And she's a good pusher in life. So.
Any kids?
No kids. No kids.
Let's talk about that physical fitness again.